So going back, books are collections of written words put together to tell stories or give you information, right? So
Yeah.
before books were invented, people shared stories by remembering and telling them to each other. So it's by word of mouth, okay? And millions of books have been created since paper was invented, and many are now read on electronic devices such as tablets and computers, laptops, and any other gadgets, right? So, like what we're using now. So, we are opening our book via online, right? Via
Yeah.
electronic. Okay. So, we have here some kinds of books. We have early books. Okay. So, early books, this have been written and decorated by hand for thousands of years. And pages were often made from parchment, which is the thinned skin of an animal. These books took a long time to make. But this old book is a very nice book. I think I I have seen one of this long time ago, but this was very nice book. But this is very thin. Okay, so this is J.K. Rowling's first Harry Potter book, and it was sold more than 100 million copies since 1997. Okay, so we also have here um Golden Book. This is in Europe. Monks wrote the first books in Latin, and they decorated them with real gold. Okay. So imagine that, a book that has a real gold. How expensive that was. Okay, so let's have printing. Kindly read printing, Lee.
Printing. In around 1440, 1440 in Germany, Johannes Gutenberg, I don't know how to say,
Gutenberg.
Gutenberg invented the printing press. He carved single letters onto metal blocks, then put them together as words and printed them onto page.
Okay. So this is, I think this is the first printing press or printing machine. And this is 1900s printing press. Okay. So this is the look of the printing press before. But now we have lots of means on printing. Okay. So we have printers like for big billboards, for big tarpaulins, yeah. So we have electronic. So most of the time it's more on electronics. So it's more on what we call automatic, right? And
Yeah,
digital.
yeah,
Yeah. Okay,
yeah.
so the famous or the most famous books that we know um, is fiction and nonfiction. So I already mentioned this a couple of times in our previous discussion that fiction is a book of fiction is a story in which the author writes about imaginary people and events. Okay, so this is man-made. Okay, and fiction books can also be called novels. Nonfiction, these are the books that contains facts about the real world or the real situation and the real happenings, okay? Dictionaries, atlases, cookbooks, and books about history and animals are all example of nonfiction books. And also, they are nonfiction books that based on a true-to-life story. Okay, so that's the story about what happened in a certain area, what happened on a certain people. Okay, so that are the nonfiction books that based on a true to life story. Okay, all right. So can you differentiate now, Lee? What is the difference between fiction and nonfiction books?
Between fiction and nonfiction is fiction is write about imaginary people and event,
Okay.
and nonfiction is about the real world, about fact
Okay.
and about the real
Facts.
world.
Yes. Very good. Okay. So you don't forget that books or stories has two main types, fiction and nonfiction. Okay. So any question about books?
I don't have a question.
Okay, so let's move to brain. Okay, so this is very important part of our body, brain. Okay, and before we go on to our discussion about brain, I would like to ask you, Lee, what do you think, or what is the importance of brain in humans?
I think the important in brain is thinking.
Yeah. Okay, so this is the part or the main part of our nervous system, right?
Yeah.
So, if you happen to damage your brain, so all of the body parts will not function anymore. Okay. So if the brain stops to function, all of your parts of the body will stop functioning too. Okay. So that's why brain is the very important, especially when you have to take care of your health, you also need to take care of your brain. Okay. So do you know or have you noticed some people that is very particular in taking care of their health? They are drinking a lot of food supplements, they're exercising, they're doing yogas, but what they are forgotten to do is to take care of their brain. Why? Because all of those people that is working very hard, let's say for example, yeah, they thought that they're taking good care of themselves. However, they are always lack of sleep. They always have, let's say for example, at least 5 hours a day, and they are always thinking and thinking and thinking. Okay, so they are not having a time for their brain to rest. Okay, that's the reason why most of the people have forgotten to think that brain is the most important, not just their health, not just their bodies, but also their brain, because brain is the what main control of our body. Okay,
But yeah.
so yeah, so let's read this, Lee, kindly.
Brain. The brain controls the whole body. Every time we think, feel, or move, the brain is at work. It even keeps working and we're asleep. The brain is the most complicated organ in the living world. Oh, teacher, I
Okay,
can't hear you. Yeah.
yes, can you see this?
Yes.
So every part of our brain has its main function. Okay. So this part of the brain, this side of our forehead, this has our speaking, our taste, smell, feeling, judging, thinking, and planning. And this middle part, it's the movement and touch, and also the sound. And this part here, the big part, is the feelings, memory, recognizing faces, and also understanding words and vision. Okay. So I have a question for you, Lee. If there's a fortunate or unfortunate happening that you could only choose to be left like five parts of your brain functioning. So what are those? So what will you choose?
I choose thinking,
Thinking. What else?
speaking,
Speaking, and another one.
understanding. No, 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 no. Feeling and feeling.
Feeling. Okay. What else? So you have two
Uh,
more left.
uh, um, recognizing faces
Recognizing faces. One more left.
and South.
Sound. Okay. So you choose to leave this all for you: thinking, feeling, speaking, sound, recognizing faces. Yeah. Yeah, this is a good choice. However, if you are um having this, you are also forgetting how the taste of the foods. You cannot smell, you don't have feelings, you cannot touch, you cannot move, you cannot understand words, but you can recognize face. Okay, and you cannot see. Okay. However, Lee, if this happen, maybe we can ask that uh nothing will gonna lose. Okay, so let's just wish and hope that all of these parts or all of these functions of our brain still remains, because all of the functions of the brain are very important to us, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so this memory, the brain has an area especially for storing memory. So it's like a USB or a flash drive, okay, or a
Yeah.
memory card, right? So we have also memory here, and also this area controls coordination, helping different parts of the body work together, and this part here is the spinal cord that sends signals to and receives signals from the rest of the body. So all of that has coordination and has all functions to our different body parts to work. Okay, so there is also yeah, this is the brain map. Different areas of the brain are in charge of different jobs in the body. Okay, so here, yeah, as you can see, these are the legends of the brain areas. So blue, these are the senses. So how many senses we have, Lee?
Mm, we have mm, 1, 2, 3, 4,
Hmm?
one,
1, 2, 3, 4,
5,
5 senses. Okay,
5
and what are
senses.
those senses?
We have vision,
Yeah,
uh,
vision.
vision, touch,
Mm-hmm.
sound, taste, and smell.
Okay, so this is actually the sense of sight, sense of smelling, sense of hearing, which you uses your ears, sense of touch, which is using your hands, and sense of taste, which uses your tongue. Okay, and thoughts. This is the green part. So we have planning, thinking, judging, and
Feeling.
feeling. Yeah. So if we are all we are going to judge a person, so our forehead or this brain that's located in the side of our forehead is the one that's functioning, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's say, for example, there's a people that pass by on in front of you, and then you're going to judge that person. Okay, so you know now which part of your brain is working, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So we also have the purple one. So this is the language. So can
Lang-
you tell Teacher Grace what are those?
is understanding words and speaking.
Okay, so very good. And the red one, it's the
Movement.
yeah. Do you think movement is very particular or is very important?
Um, movement.
Huh? So do you
It is
think it?
very important.
Yeah, this loses
If
control. Yeah. So if it
Um, if if we don't want, otherwise we won't be able to walk or uh, walk
yeah,
or do anything.
be good. Okay. So the next one is understanding the world. We have the yellow part. So we have actually several. So we have,
Recognizing faces,
okay, what else?
memory, the feelings,
Very good job. And we also have, oh no, feelings is different. This is part, this is orange one. So this is another function. Okay. And the
yeah,
last one, the brown, it's the coordination. So this one, this area here is the one who controls the, or the
uh, other brain, the
system.
nervous system. Nerves connect the brain to the rest of the body in a network called the nervous system. Nerves carry information between different body parts.
Okay. So nerves connect the brain to the, can you hear me, Lee?
I can't hear you.
Okay, again, nervous system. Um, it has nerves that connect the brain to the rest of the body in a network called the nervous system. Okay, so nervous system composed of nerves. Can you say nerves?
Nerves.
So that's actually roots of your um, body. Okay, and this carry information between different body parts. Okay, so kindly read thinking.
Thinking. The brain is made up of tiny cells called nerves or neurons. They look like little trees. When we think, tiny electrical and chemical signals move quickly through the cell.
All right, so thinking. Here the brain is made of tiny cells called nerves. So tiny cells is called nerves, okay, or neurons. They look like little trees when we think. Tiny electrical and chemical signals move quickly through the cells, okay. So neurons passes on signals, okay. So remember the part here. So this area controls coordination, helping different parts of the body works together. And the spinal cord here. So what it's working here, the spinal cord are the neurons or the nerves, okay? So the nerves are sending and receiving the messages, okay? So we have also acting alone. Kindly read.
Acting alone, the brain does some things without us having to think. For example, it keeps our heart pumping blood around our bodies at the right speed and controls our breathing.
Oh, yeah, thanks for reading, Lee. All right. So it says here that the brain does some things without us having to think. Yeah, and that activities includes hearts pumping blood around our bodies at the right speed and controls our breathing. Okay, so yeah, can you imagine how it's wonderful to have this like magic in our body, right?
Yeah.
Yes, okay. So any question, Lee?
I don't have a question.
Okay, so we also have bridges. So kindly read bridges.
Bridges. Bridges are structures that carry people and vehicles over obstacles. They are
Obstacles.
obstacle. Yeah,
Okay.
they are usually built over rivers, valleys, and roads. Bridges are designed to hold heavy loads and sur- survive bad weather.
Yes, very good. So in Vietnam, can you see some bridges like this bridges?
Yes.
Okay. So one main purpose of bridges, Lee, is to connect other places to another place. Okay. So let's say, for example, um, um, here in the Philippines, we have the connection from Samar to Leyte. So we have a very, very long bridge that's called San Juanico Bridge, and it connects the two main um, provinces. So the Samar and Leyte. Okay. So it was built long time ago, and it was very nice. Okay. So I guess our time is overly. It's already 25 minutes. So do you have question?
I, I don't have a question.
Yeah. I also asked you about the other makeup class. So um, do we need to continue here or we will set another time?
Can we study in our time?
Yeah, sure. Okay. Oh, let's end our discussion here and let's meet on our regular class. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So, thank you, Lee, for coming in our class today for our makeup class rather, and have a good day.
Yeah. Thank you. Have a good day.
Yeah. Okay. Bye bye for now, Lee.
Bye bye.